This is what it's all about. So we're in our workshop, and this is a place that you will probably find me in the workshop. I really like it in here. It really interests me to find out what we're doing, some new techniques we've learned, repairing. And as you can see, we've got a couple of motorhome ramps. We originally, when we first started selling motorhomes, we had one bay, one workshop bay. We now have 11 bays on this site. The bulk of what we do is mechanical and habitation servicing. So mechanical, we've got a couple of vehicle technicians that do MOTs and the mechanic side of it. And then we've got 4 habitation technicians. So pretty much everything from the cab back is the hab, again to the approved workshop standards. This is a hobby that we've recently bought. It's a used hobby. We do a pre-check before we buy them, predominantly damp, make sure the fridge and the heating systems are working and make sure it drives well. Once we've done that, the vehicle will come into the workshop and the technicians will go through it to the approved workshop standards. If you're using somebody to maintain your motorhome, I believe you really need to take it to an approved workshop. They're independently assessed annually and they work to the code of the NCC. The technicians are trained in their workshops. My belief is that if you've got somebody fixing your motorhome that's an approved workshop, you're sort of halfway there to getting all the things done properly on your motorhome. You'll see there's a fair bit of dust inside this. And what we like to do is get the vacuum cleaner in there. And the other thing that we also like to do is just make sure that when we check them over, the sealer is intact. Because what can happen, the sealer goes brittle. You can get a gap in between the sealer, and then if it freezes, it pushes it apart. And as it's thawed out, it then allows water to seep in and behind, and then it causes damp. In here is the garage. Garages in motorhomes, on some of the brands of motorhomes, you have to be so careful, because if they're wet push bikes or wet awnings or wet coats or anything wet that's going in there and it doesn't have good self-drainage, it will cause damp. And when it takes hold in the floor area, it's very difficult to repair. For a motorhome that's 14 years old, and to have these really usable storage lockers in the garage, actually you could probably get in the garage. You've got the room, to get inside here, and you've got some great storage. The other thing with the approved workshop is that we change the tyres if they've gone past the 7-year date. So all tyres have got a date on them, and if it's gone beyond the 7-year time, even though the tread's really good, we still change the tyres. And more importantly, we fit motorhome tyres, not commercial vehicle tyres, motorhome tyres. They're very different. They've got a different rating. They've got steel band inside them. So it may look that your motorhomes have new tyres on, but just make sure that they are the proper tyres. I'll show you something else in a minute that's really interesting. We'll go back over here. So this motorhome came into us, and what had happened was that this is the near side. The near side tyre blew out and completely destroyed the GRP inner wheel arch. And also, if you look in here, it destroyed the floor section behind it. And we've had to put a new section of floor in, and we're going to put a new wheel arch in, which we're waiting for. And then we've got a new spat, lower section that goes on here. And that is definitely down to either not having the right tyres fitted to it, or the tyres are out of date. And when you're on the motorway, that's the last thing that you want when you're going on your holiday. So my advice would be most definitely get your tyres checked, the date, and make sure that the proper motorhome tyre. Really, really important, that is. This is a garage area of a motorhome, and you can see just under here, this section here, where there's been water ingress, and it's discoloured the wood. That could have come in through the door, where the door seals have perished or broken down. They do lose their elasticity, they flatten out. The other thing that could happen is that this is an aluminium insert here, and these where people are putting things in and out, if they knock these seals, then what happens is it knocks this flange over, and then when it knocks the flange over, it pushes the seal away from the edge of the door, and then you can actually get water ingress through that way. We've recently bought a new bit of kit. That is a 5-ton 2-post ramp, and we're going to get that fitted into the other bay. Bit strange to have a skip inside, but we're just having a bit of a tidy up. So that's a 4-post ramp, and there's a really funny story to this ramp. We bought this ramp about 10 years ago, and it had fallen off the back of the lorry. And it actually did fall off the back of the lorry. What happened was, I bought it from somebody in Scotland. They were moving premises, and whilst they were having it moved from one premises to another, the people who were moving it didn't strap it down properly, and it fell off the back of the lorry, and then there was an insurance claim. And then whilst they were waiting for that to be sorted out, they bought a new ramp, and we managed to get the old ramp. And it's been a really, well, it still is a really, really solid 10-ton ramp. Got a long bed. You can adjust the arms as well, so we can pretty much get everything on here. And then behind you here, these are the rollers. So when people have their motorhome MOT, this is the bay that the technician will drive it into. So he'll be checking the brakes. There's on the wall over here, this tells you the efficiency of the braking system. This is linked to VOSA, so the government MOT testing centre. We put in the details of the vehicle that we're testing, and it directly sends the information to their system. I'll tell you what I find really crazy out there, that you've got people doing MOTs for £35 an hour, and with the cost in terms of the technician's time and also how much this stuff costs and how much it costs to maintain, I think the warranty, a 12-month warranty on this, is like £1,500. And we have to have it because it includes a maintenance, and if it stops, then we need them to come out very quickly and fix it. And you'll notice that, well, you may have noticed that all of our equipment has numbers on. We log its maintenance record. You can see that the compressor over there has got a number 7, Beckham. That's Beckham, our compressor. Number 6. So again, the ramp will have a maintenance schedule. It has to be checked. We've got a great team of people. I know that you hear lots of businesses tell you that they've got a great team of people, but we truly have got a great team of people. Look at our website, look at our Google reviews, honest reviews about our people, and it's the people that make the business, and we've got some great people.